You are Locked On Cougs, your daily podcast on the Houston Cougars, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
This show is brought to you by buddies over at Upwork, because scaling your business requires the right expertise at the right time. With Upwork, you can find specialized freelancers in marketing, development, design, and more, experts ready to help you take your business to the next level. Upwork gives business flexibility by connecting them with top freelance talent across multiple industries, including IT, AI, web development, and marketing. Whether you need extra hands for a project, long-term partner, whatever it is, Upwork makes hiring simple and affordable. It's got cost-effective growth. Don't have to hire full-time. It helps you find affordable top-tier freelancers to help schedule and grow that company or business more efficiently. Visit Upwork.com right now. Post your job for free. That's Upwork, UPWORK.com, Upwork.com, to connect with top talent and grow your business today. Programs at Locked On Cougs here, and the Houston Cougar baseball program has a non-conference game on Tuesday night versus the Texas A&M Aggies, and a game we all would like to win for some in-state bragging rights. And Houston's going to break out the blue jerseys for this one, for an in-state opponent. For what it's worth, I think it helps the blue jersey thing that this is a one-off game. It's not a series versus Baylor or a series versus Tech or series versus TCU, where you got to pick a game within the series or whatever. This is a one-off game. It kind of makes it more unique, and so a chance for Houston to wear the blues. I think they look sweet. Sure, they're very untraditional, but they are blue with the script Houston across the chest, white with red outline on that Houston, and the hat is the white front, blue paneling around it with the red UH on the front of the hat. Pretty cool looking outfit, if I say so myself. I post on Twitter, I would like to see the official hats for sale, not just some knockoff version. And I say all of that to say that I'm excited about the Blues, as I have a blue Locked On Coug shirt on right here. I think that they look really clean always, but there are a lot of people that don't like the blue uniforms, that are more traditionalists, to say the least, and are quick to point out that, Parker, teams don't win in these. So I wanted some, backlogging and checking through things, and my official rank tally is that the football program is 1-1 in blue uniforms. They had a win over UTSA in the first outing in the Love You Blue uniforms. Then they lost to Baylor this past season. Men's basketball is 0-1 in the Love You Blue uniform. Don't see anything with the women's basketball program wearing them. They do wear a pink charitable jersey, though, as well, for their kind of off-colored accents to the season. Softball is 1-0 in a season they've had a whole lot of trouble winning games in. This year, they beat Incarnate Word, wearing their blue, same kind of thing, a one-off game against a state of Texas opponent. The women's volleyball team is 0-1. They lost a 3-0 sweep to Texas Tech in blue. Women's tennis are 0-1 in matches as a team. Did not go their way. Women's golf wore blue to the Jim West Challenge 2 years in a row. In the fall season, they came in second out of 12 in 2024, third out of 13 in 2023. And if you consider those finishes for women's golf as wins, because they're pretty strong, coming the top 2 or 3 out of the whole deal, that would be 4-3 as an athletic program in blue uniforms. If you don't count those golf things, it's not really a win. Then it's 2-3, because they also didn't quite lose those either. But that kind of weirdly puts a lot of pressure on Houston and these blue uniforms against the A&M Aggies. If they're considerably 2-3, then this would be to get the blue uniforms back to 500. Again, there are a lot of people want to throw them out and say they're not Houston Cougar red. Why are we wearing them? They continue to be a 1 game per season kind of wear for the programs that wear it. It opened up a lot of merch sales, and for what it's worth, it feels like they do really, really well in sales in the greater Houston area. in a way that expands the reach of the university. And I think that continues to be the push for this in one game a season per program, right? Is that then we can sell the merch, sell the pictures, sell the marketing, and really reach out to people you might not have been reaching before. And that's important in a day where the dollar is a big part of college sports. And frankly, I don't mean to be Debbie down to the folks that are traditionalists, but schools also change colors and mix up and have alternates all the time. The Houston Cougar men's basketball program got to the national championship game without wearing red once this season. They wore black on the road. They wore blue that one game. They wore white in neutral site and home games. They never had to wear red, right? And they were pretty successful, as successful as anyone since the golf team that won the championship before I was alive has been, right? And so I think that that's a fair way. Like, it's not always like the big deal for the university is that it says Houston and University of Houston and Cougars on it, not necessarily colors. There's a whole time earlier in my life where you saw the Cougs wear like a lot of t-shirts that were all navy. It was an accent color that turned into a lot of the swag. I'd much rather wear the light blue, the Columbia blue, than navy, but that's neither here nor there. Listen, the Ags are 10-14. They do have 4 guys with over 10 homers. They've got their own important series with Missouri this weekend. Houston's got Arizona State this weekend. Both teams could very well be looking ahead. The key for Houston's going to be focusing on the here and now, winning this bragging right state rivalry game, whether it's because the excitement of the Blues or the excitement of the Aggies or whatever the case may be, right? You're hoping for a high energy outing out of Houston on Tuesday night. Now, we'll talk about some at the end of Wednesday morning show, unless something chaotic we have to address earlier than that happens. And we'll be sure to kind of follow this along. Tagging this into the third segment's kind of been a joy. Actually, like I felt a little guilted into it, but following baseball and softball in the third segment, really baseball, softball's had trouble winning games and probably need a new coach. But following baseball in the third segment has been fun. I think we should probably keep it for whatever the rest of this run may be, just because it is a fun way to go about this. We'll be, again, talking about whatever happens in this game on Wednesday morning. Locked on Cougs, primarily Locked On podcast. Now we anticipate seeing you as an everydayer there tomorrow. Look for a second list today. Go check out Locked On College Basketball for all things off-season hoops. Locked On Cougs, prime member of the Locked On Podcast Network. That means your team every day. Go Cougs. Thanks.